I think she loves herself more than anything she's ever held in her hands. I think she still wants to be that open Christmas gift. She's been screaming from the top of the mountaintops, please somebody open me, unwrap me, and get rid of all of the things inside of me that keep me caged up in a box. I didn't know what to tell her, but I did tell her this one thing. And even though it was my inhibition that began to speak to her, I wanted her to know that it came from the bottom of my chest. It was a thing I had never opened. It was a story about promise. It was a story about the willingness of so many people who have been trying so hard to get somebody to look them in the eyes and still see the stars that they looked upon at the end of the day. Just because the sun sets does not mean your journey is over. I would like you to take in a new journey today. And he keeps blessing and hoping and crying and waiting for something better in the next day and the day after that. So even though these gifts are no longer things that we've been able to keep inside of our chests because they are just literally running out of space, I wanted to shove everything that I had kept hidden from everyone else inside of a closet, boarded up, and hope that it would just become some type of room that would be able to hold all the things and people and places. But it never could. She keeps telling me that the stars no longer align for her, and I keep telling her, wait for the perfect moment when the clouds separate and you will find the constellation that will lead you home. But even though she decided not to be patient and to start taking her first steps out into that new world alone, I told her, you will get lost in this forest. You will need navigation, you will need help. But you will have to find it from yourself. Even though we are all afraid to enter in a room and let our light illuminate the entire place, we must remind ourselves that the four walls that we've decided to call home are not exactly permanent. Neither is the foundation that you've been laying all of your ideals and passions upon. But even though things are getting stranger, they will not be unfamiliar to you soon. They will not be gifts you must be afraid of. They are not bricks and stones and mortars that have been put together to try to keep you entrapped. They are merely just a place for you to rest while you take this journey alone. But while you take this journey alone, you will eventually meet those who share the same footsteps as you. And even though you've been tripping over each other's shoelaces for so long, I promise you, you'll eventually learn how to walk together and not have just one person lead and the rest follow. I would do nothing if I could teach you these one or two things. I would rather have you walk beside me than behind me. I would rather the ground erupt and shake and make everything feel unstable just so you could know what it was like to fly again. And even though we are still scared of all of the glow that we've been feeling from day one, even though we're scared of the idea that birth might lead to death and that oxygen might not enter in our lungs all the same way, we are still walking. And there are things we must talk about. And there are things we must build.